Step into the spotlight.
Hey guys, Subterranean Comic Enthusiast here, and welcome to another day in the life of a feminist. And today we're going to talk about how I'm literally shaking. Literally, okay? And so let's talk about today. So I was going to the airport, and I'm already on my my Valium and my other antidepressant meds, and I merely smiled at a TSA agent, and he asked for my phone number. Man, to live life as a woman is to live life on the defense. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? I mean, let's talk about something here. Okay, so let's talk about my video here. Today I want to talk about the feminist garbage that is Hollywood right now, and the way that these people go out of their way to use buzzwords and to trigger other people into massive heart attacks. I mean, so let's talk about someone in particular. Brie Larson, if you don't know who she is, she's an actress. She recently got given the role for Captain Marvel. And I say given because she hasn't really done anything, spectacular, but I'm sure they're getting somebody that is going to feed a bunch of feminism into their movies. So, we know how well that's working out for the comic book right now. They're selling around 10 to 15,000 every month. And it's their flagship character. But so they got Brie Larson to be Captain Marvel. I think it comes out in 2019. And I was kind of interested in this movie because I didn't know much about her personally. And I know that the Marvel movies are doing good right now. And they said that this movie was going to be based in the 1980s or 90s, I think, with Nick Fury being younger, and there's going to be Skrulls in it. And I've never seen Skrulls in a movie, and I thought that would be a good, that's a good idea. Let's do that. I think I like that. And then she has to start opening her mouth. And so then I start backtracking this. Okay, so let's go to Brie Larson's Twitter here. She's got 629,000 followers. Wow. Of course, she's a movie star. I mean, it's not hard to do it when you're a movie star. She's verified, of course. And let's check out her bio here. Actor, mushroom forager, scuba certified diver, Scientific American subscriber, dog mom, Captain Marvel, generally stoked. Let that sink in. Let's talk about all the things that's wrong with Hollywood and in comic books right now. You could take her bio and you could put it in Comicsgate right now, and that would summarize what's wrong with comics right now and what's wrong with Hollywood. Mushroom forager? Really? How old are you? Scuba certified diver? That's pretty cool. Scientific American subscriber, that's a cool magazine. I looked it up. They're all about the science. They love the science. Dog mom. So there again, you get someone that has no children, no life experiences, and she's generally stoked. And then you're going to listen to what she has to say. People need to understand that just because these people are in movies doesn't make them intelligent. Okay? It doesn't make them stupid either, but it doesn't make them intelligent. They play fantasy for a living. They lie on stage for a living. Okay? They are, what you used to do when you were a kid, and you used to pretend that you were a Ninja Turtle, and you used to go around your yard with a stick, like putting dents inside of your mom's car, and then she'd come out and beat your tail. Yeah, that's what they do for a living, and they get paid millions of dollars to do it. So anyway. So here's the tweet. I merely smiled at a TSA agent, and he asked for my phone number. To live life as a woman is to live life on the defense. 14,000 likes, 2,300 retweets. So let's go ahead and talk about this for a minute. You're Brie Larson. You don't think that you're recognizable? Let's see what the guy looked like. Show us a picture of what he looked like. I guarantee he was ugly. Because if he wasn't ugly, you wouldn't have said a darn thing. You would have said, oh, you know, I have a boyfriend. How are you so triggered by someone asking for your number that you feel the need to put it on Twitter and to oust this guy in front of everybody? I mean, my goodness. He probably went on Twitter later, you know, trying to find you, saw this and thought, wow, what a jerk. You know, I mean, you probably ruined his whole day just so you could get your 5 minutes of fame on Twitter. I mean, imagine your blood pressure being so high that this triggers you to the point where you have to put it on Twitter. Get a thicker skin than this, okay? Get thicker skin. You're a movie star for a living. You live in California, one of the meanest states in the United States. People are absolute jerks to each other. The weather is great, but people are absolute jerks to each other. And, you know, you say, well, how do you know? Well, I have lots of friends that are from Los Angeles area, and they say that they'll never go back after they started living in Alabama. The people are just completely different in Alabama than they are in California. You need to visit sometime. Come out here to Alabama. Check out how people are. You will be shocked. They go out of their way to be nice to you in Alabama. That's just the way it is. So let's talk about some of these people's responses. This guy says, how is a guy supposed to win? He thought you were pretty and asked for your number. It's not an assault. Just politely say no and move on. Here's her response. What you're saying is, I was asking for it. A phrase that has disregarded a female's experience for the whole time. Okay. Actually, he's just saying that if you're pretty, people are going to ask you out. I'm a man, and I have women ask me out all the time. Okay. At least once or twice a week. Okay. You cannot say that this is exclusively a man thing. Women do it too. And you know what kind of women do it? Old, ugly women. Okay? And then we have to nervously go, I'm married. Sorry. Let me run away. So, because men have thicker skin. Okay? We're not trying to be snowflakes out here, where most men do. I mean, if you ask Joe Glass or Jude Terry, he'll block you on Twitter, but most real men do. So let's talk about some of the other responses here. I've got to say that there's one girl in particular. I'll find it in a minute. But anyway, let's talk about some of the other things. So she tweets this. You know, she tweets the main tweet, and within the same hour tweets, bosses of retail, protect your employees or lose our business. And it was a retweet of, I think every retail worker has been harassed by customers before, and the worst part is we can't retaliate without being reprimanded. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And if the employer doesn't listen to you in this day and age, you can sue them for sexual harassment. That's what kind of world this has become. Don't act like you don't have any defenses in these situations. You're just trying to virtue signal. And then another tweet says, as always, I stand with the brave survivors of sexual assault and harassment. It's not your fault. I believe you. Okay, you just totally discredited anything that you said in the original tweet because you tweeted all three of these at the same time. And that let me know that you were looking for a situation to virtue signal because someone was talking about sexual harassment and you saw the need to put this on Twitter. You just totally screwed yourself up because you tweeted all three of these tweets within the same hour of each other. Okay, so let me find this tweet. I've got to find this girl on here. She is, I think, my hero of the moment. But her name is Misty314. Misty, if you're watching this video, you're my hero right now. She says, LOL, right? I wouldn't have known how to react if I was a guy. What's the preferred way to show interest in everything you do makes her defensive? There you go. And so she tweets some more here. Let's see if I can find some more of her answers on this right here. Here's some of the guys' responses. The correct answer for guys is to avoid this particular woman at all costs. Plenty of fish in the sea. Thank you. No right way. We must learn to read minds or just be interested in anyone, apparently. Just not be interested in anyone, apparently. Thank you. Good job, guy. Geez, this is always There is always one like you. Bet you never burned a bra, been harassed in workplace, or met a guy you didn't like. Suspect, she would prefer no contact at all, except that removes her victim status. Yep, you got that right. But I can't understand how you can go around in life and be triggered so hard by that kind of stuff that you just want no physical contact with anybody. You know what I mean? It really blows my mind. And so she's got a movie coming out called The Unicorn Store. And let's put in perspective her kind of thought process. The Unicorn Store is about a grown-up that doesn't lose their childhood fantasy. They grow up, and they still have their childhood fantasiness, to imagine things and things like that. This is the kind of mindset she has. We're going to make a movie about a man-child that never grew up. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to make an autobiography. Is that what this is trying to be? Because that's what it seems like to me. But so you can kind of see what happened. Now, if you don't know who Brie Larson is, let's talk about this for a moment. She was the girl that had like 5 minutes in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and then she was also in King Kong, and she was also in 21 Jump Street. Now, if you don't recognize her, she changed a lot because I think she just basically grew up, and so her body changed and her face changed, and so from 21 Jump Street to King Kong, you see a big difference. Now, I don't know if maybe she has some kind of weight problem and she's having anorexia or something, but she lost a lot of weight in a small amount of time. That usually happens when an actress or an actor gets big. If you'll wait, let's talk about the girl on the Arrow show, the first or the second Black Canary, the sister. If you'll notice from season 1 to season 4 or 5 how much she's changed physically, it kind of makes you wonder if she got some kind of agent and it's like, oh girl, you got to lose some weight. You know how they always do that? It's so stupid. But anyway, so she's going to be our new Captain Marvel. I mean, aren't you so excited? Now I'm wondering if this is going to be a big old mess, because if you remember in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, she's kind of making fun of the hipster mentality, the feminist mentality, all that kind of stuff, because she's like a vegan or whatever, psychotic ex-girlfriend. She's making fun of the whole thing. And then now she has gone full-blown feminist, and I don't know really what to do other than to just not watch the movie. I mean, these people, I don't know, actors, actors and actresses, you can't really judge them based on personality. You have to judge them based on their movies. And like Tom Cruise, I like Tom Cruise movies, but he is a psycho. So therefore, you can't judge everybody like that. You have to, judge them by their work. But this scares me, because I have a feeling that when this Captain Marvel movie comes out, it's going to reflect the comic books. And if it does, we're in trouble, because they're selling 14,000 to 15,000 a month as a flagship character. So you can imagine how the movies are going to be. But anyway, my PSA to Brie is to get thicker skin and learn to go outside without the sun burning you like a vampire, and learn to have human contact with other people, because it seems like since you've gotten famous that you've become one of those introvert shut-ins, and every time that you come in contact with a human being, it sets off some kind of high blood pressure alarm in your brain that makes you have some kind of aneurysm and go into a protective state. But anyway, guys, that's all I got to say about this. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you think about the upcoming movie, and if you're worried that this is going to turn into a feminist bomb and it's going to blow up in the theater. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Underground Geek out.